What's going on, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management, here to bring you guys another market recap. In this video, I'll look at this week's trading. I'll look at a few stocks we traded, look at stocks that I found interesting. We're going to run over a little bit of news in regards to inflation, interest rates, a few different bits of stock news which could be catalyst for some things next week. And of course, we're going to look at a couple stocks to watch for next week. Now, I'll make a different video on Sunday about the stocks I'm actually watching for next week. So please do bear with me in regards to that, because you're not going to see all of them in this video. But today, let's just start off looking at how today went. So the market's gapped down overnight. Dow dived 800 points. S&P post worst week since January. I didn't realize that. And in regards to Biden, well, Biden spoke today. He didn't really say a lot of interesting news. During the time he was speaking, we expected the markets to tank. We didn't see that. The markets just kept consolidating. Tesla, after hours, also filed for a 3-for-1 stock split. That could be interesting. That could be very interesting going into next week. You guys might have seen Amazon recently did a stock split, I believe last week. And now Tesla's doing the same. So keep your eyes out on Tesla next week. I'm actually going to turn my camera off because for some reason the bandwidth is not as strong as I expected. So I'm seeing myself lag a little bit regarding this video, and it's distracting for me. So like I said, I'll turn my camera off and continue the video without the camera. You see what's happening? They're talking about recession. Gas prices are super high right now, probably $5 per gallon where you are. They're trying to slow our internet down so we pay for higher priced internet. See what's happening, guys? The real recession really is coming. It's feeling like, oh wait again, isn't it? But anyway, back to what we were discussing. So I do find this a little bit strange because they did something similar, I think less than a year ago, which, yeah, this is kind of strange because you don't see companies, huge companies, especially like Tesla, doing that this often, in such a short period of time. But it might be that, he's trying to sell more shares or something. I'm not sure. Amazon, as I mentioned, did something similar last week, and that did not really work out. Oh, here we go. The 5-for-1 split. Okay, August 2020. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, so just less than 2 years ago. But this didn't really work out for Amazon last week, so I'll see how that goes. I have a feeling Tesla will rip before it dumps. So again, just so you guys know, I have a feeling Tesla rips before it dumps. It's not a pump and dump, but maybe Elon's trying to drive the price up short term so he can sell, and then again reclaim some money, maybe to go and back up his Twitter plans, or I don't know. We will see. Back to how the markets were today. As I mentioned, inflation hit a 40-year high. So inflation was listed at 8.6% for the past month, and that was slightly higher than it was 2 months ago, and it was 8.5%. I don't see a very good future short term, which is why I think the markets are going to continue dropping. Here we see highest rate since 1981, 40 years again. But let's have a look at some of the charts. See a mention of Exxon Mobil here, which we traded this week. Let's jump into it. I'll just go into TradingView, which is the platform I usually use to look at charts when I'm making my plays throughout the day, throughout the week. To start off with, I'm going to look at Exxon Mobil just because we just saw it in that article. I feel like oil is going to pull back a little bit. It did pull back a bit today. Exxon Mobil, I managed to double my money. In fact, hit about 160% returns on it this week. Exxon Mobil pulled back all the way to $100 today. Look at that big sell-off later in the day. It actually started by flying up high, back up to $103, and then just sold it for the rest of the day. I think it will continue to pull back, maybe just 5-minute support zone around $100 now, and then push up again next week. I also want to look at FUTU because you guys might have seen the Chinese stocks went crazy this week. FUTU was a stock we traded with a $47 call. I'll go to the 1-hour chart for this. It was a play we got in a little bit early, but when it finally did start moving, it skyrocketed. This past week, there was a few times when I called something out and it took a while to get going, but then when it did finally move, it really did move. So look, FUTU pushed to 45, pulled out to the moving average, and then pushed again. So I know a lot of the group members were able to eat off that. Second day continued running, and then this is where we got in, ended up pushing out of the resistance zone all the way up to $48, and then gap down overnight, has been downtrending since. And then last time we look at Dollar Tree, symbol DLTR. This stock was on the gas yesterday. Let me show you guys. I'll go to the 15-minute chart because I called out $162.50 calls, which expire today, and it was about $100 per contract. This is yesterday, right here. So here we are. Yesterday, we got in a bit early, but before you knew it, it pumped. It started pumping up to highs of $163 before selling off, and then it pumped again towards noon, $163 again before selling off. So there were 2 points, two chances for exits on those. And again, like I said, it was about 18, 19-minute trade that it was up 90%. I was extremely happy with that. But again, in this market, if you don't take profits on time, before you know it, things can sell off and then you're in the red. So that was a successful trade. I was happy with that. Made my money, went out of the markets that day. Costco was another stock I traded this week. Did not call out, but I traded. Ended up with just about 25% on this yesterday. Looking at the 15-minute chart here, you can see how it pushed up. I didn't catch that. It sold off towards the moving average, consolidated for about an hour period, and then during the next leg up, I got into the calls. See how it pushed all the way to this resistance zone, 4-hour resistance zone, before selling off again. Actually, many stocks in the market sold off towards the end of the day. I was actually out because I was traveling for a soccer game, so I didn't catch any of the downside to all these stocks movements. But I'm sure there were many people who were able to catch those drops with stocks. Just as you see here with Costco, how it sold off from 484 all the way down to 471. So $15 drop towards the end of yesterday trading. Like I mentioned, I was out of markets by this time, so I didn't make any money to the put side, but I also didn't lose any money holding the calls. And I have a feeling a lot of people did lose money because they were still holding calls towards the end of the day. So it's another reminder, just take your profits when you see them. Now here I have Tesla, and actually I was just going to have a quick look at it, seeing how it traded today. Yeah, aftermarket, there was a spike due to the news of the stock split. So it ended the day under $700, then jumped up all the way to around 715, and now it's sitting at 705. So keep your eyes out on that one next week. Other stocks you should keep your eyes out on next week. AMD, remember AMD from last week? The channel I had drawn, the trend lines I had drawn, the two white trend lines. Let's see where we stand now. It's sold off today. Let's look at the 4-hour chart as well, so I can analyze my trend lines. It's sold off today to $94, right to where my trend line is. And it's actually below my trend line and below my level of support. This could be on for more puts down to around, I'd say, yeah, the next zone to look out for is around 92.84, maybe even below. Yeah, AMD could be on for puts next week. But I had mentioned my trend line did not lie. This trend line did not lie at all this week. Let's look at that 2nd of June, all the way down to 10th of June. 8 days you could have played puts on this, not scalping, but swing trading. My trend line did not lie. That is definitely one thing you guys can look at. Lines, trend lines. It did not lie at all. I'll post that in the group as well, a screenshot in the Royal Trading Academy so you guys can see it as well. And then what else do you want to look out for next week? I'd say the oil stocks once again. Oxy pulling back to the moving average, as it so often likes to do. So actually it's below the moving average right now. That is interesting. I didn't realize how far it had dropped. I'm on the 4-hour chart. Yeah, okay. So, you know what? I'll just be careful with these stocks right now. It seems like everything is dropping. SPY, Oxy, Exxon Mobil, gas, whatever. It's all dropping. So I'll keep your eyes out on these, see how they play out first couple of days trading next week. I'm neutral on this right now. I don't know. I was bullish this week, and the end of the week it just sold off. Okay. Very interesting. But as I'm telling you, everything's selling off. Crypto is also selling off. I saw notifications of Bitcoin down more, Ethereum breaking below 1700. So I'm definitely looking at Mara puts, Riot puts, BTBT puts, CAN puts, Hot puts. This is the daily chart for Mara. Very clearly bearish. So puts on those crypto mining stocks. Below all the moving averages, below levels of resistance support.
yeah, puts on these. As crypto sells off over the weekend, these could continue to sell off as well. So Riot, Mara, BTBT, Hut, CAN puts 5% today. If you've been shorting this for the past 6-7 months, you've been making bank. So that's mainly it for today's video, guys. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please do show some support. Just drop a thumbs up on the video if you did enjoy it. Even if you didn't enjoy it, but you appreciate my efforts, drop a thumbs up. Also, comment on the video as you guys have been doing. Let's up those comments. Let me know your thoughts on the video. Let me know what you'd like to see. Let me know your thoughts on the market, SPX, SPY, whatever. As you guys know, make sure you guys share these videos with your friends. And you guys know that I am now on TikTok. So please do follow me on TikTok at The Wealth Prince. I'll try and create some content on there, learn how the platform works, and then, as I said, upload some nice little TikToks for you guys. And I do want to remind you guys that in this period of time, protect your funds. We're at a pretty scary period of time. They're talking about recession, they're talking about inflation, interest rates, all that kind of stuff, all this noise, everything is tanking, blah, blah, blah. Please protect your funds and be smart with your money. I can't stress that enough. As always, if you guys don't know already, I have a Discord called the Royal Trading Academy. Link is in the description below. You can join that and get access to all the channels that are in there. If you guys don't know, I have a stock option starter pack as well. You guys can go check that one out. 10 videos that you guys have access to for life, explain all the ins and outs of options, etc, etc. And lastly, guys, the full watch list will be available in the Discord Monday. I'll also make a video with stocks I'm watching for the upcoming week, so make sure you guys are back on YouTube on my channel so you guys can check that one out. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. That is it from me. I go into making, you go into making. See you guys next time for another video. Peace.
Game over.